As you go to the innkeep, you hear a loud roar. Dragon!
Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 18 of the D&D podcast. Last episode, we saw our heroes be warned of yet another dragon attack, as well as Midnight having to deal with the loss of her mentor, Yogurt. So, what will happen next in this episode? Let's get into it and find out.
As you guys come out of the forest and up to the gold mine, you see that the entrance to the mine is destroyed. All there is rubble. There is no way into the mine anymore. And you find one of the dwarves running toward the wreckage, frozen in ice. Scarlet.
Can I investigate to see if there's a way we can remove the rubble?
So you can tell from the rubble that it is pretty caved in. You don't know how far the damage has gone through, but unless you want to spend several days moving the rubble, there's not going to be a way in for you.
Guys, it's not looking too good. The whole thing could be caved in from the looks of it.
If I may I attempt something?
Go ahead.
Let's see if we can save this dwarf here. I'd like to pull out my torch and walk up to the frozen dwarf and just hold the torch right in front of it. And in that awkward silence, I just want to look back at the group, look back at the dwarf, look back at the group. I'm like, what? I don't know any fire magic. Give me a break.
As you do that, I want to whisper to Scarlet, is he retarded?
Just let him try.
You stand there for 2 hours trying to melt the ice with a torch. Half of the ice, as the ice kind of melts a little bit, you hear some cracking, and as the top half falls apart, the top part of the dwarf just flops over the ice. His skin blue, dead.
Oh.
Yikes.
I caught up and I saw that from a distance.
Yes. You find around his neck a little pouch hanging that contains about 10 gold pieces and a couple thumb-sized gold nuggets. You can see that since you left, they have been definitely digging in this mine, and they've come out a little prosperous.
I feel like we should just leave. It's too far caved in. There's nothing we can do to get in there.
Midnight obviously does not want to give up.
I know you don't want to give up, but we don't even know if Yogurt's in there. We don't know
Could be
what
dead.
happened.
We have to look.
Could definitely be dead.
Midnight, there
I
could be
call-
nothing to look into. It could all be caved in.
Midnight, you see a giant frog leg.
No! I want to go look at that.
Oh no.
Your horse steps on a twig and cracks, and everyone except Midnight, because Midnight's fixated on the leg, turns around
You're lucky.
and sees you trying to hide behind a tree with a horse.
That's the loudest fucking crack.
Hey,
Caw!
Caca.
We can see
is he
you.
fucking talking to me?
I don't know, but I hope he didn't say anything offensive.
Well, honestly, you don't want to know what he said.
Bird
But yeah,
noise. Bird noise. James, get fuck over here. Please.
Alright.
Don't
I'll
kill
fly
him.
over there. No promises.
Hey, so what happened?
We found a frog leg.
Oh, where the frog leg come from? Whose is it?
Probably yogurt.
Oh, Yogurt's a frog?
Yes, he's... What the fuck do you mean? Is he a frog? We're not a... You know what? I should have expected this. I should have expected it.
I thought Yogurt was like a monk or something. Okay, well that's my fault.
A monk.
Well, Midnight.
So you thought he was a monk? What the fuck is a monk?
A monk.
What race is that?
No, a monk. That's the.
You thought he was a monkey?
No, a monk. Midnight's a monk. So I thought he was a different monk.
So a frog can't be a monk?
No.
What kind of systemic racism shit is this?
Okay.
You just can't help being racist. That's what this really is. You just can't stop being a racist.
I'm not being a racist.
Did you ever ask yourself why you're racist? Was your father racist?
I don't know. I mean,
You don't know if your father was racist.
he fucked an elf. I'm half human.
That doesn't mean you can't be a racist.
Last time I checked, frogs are usually females, right? I just thought.
You thinking is the problem here.
Okay, look. Taylor, Midnight.
Less thinky, more. What the fuck do you want?
Anyway,
Why did you call me over here?
Because I want to know what's going on. That's right. Because what is it that made Midnight to literally almost beat the living shit out of me? That I literally had to blind him.
You caused that.
Okay, yes, I caused that and I quickly ended it, but still,
No,
like,
you didn't quickly ended it.
yeah, I did. I blinded and, casually walked away. That's it.
You're an idiot.
How am I an idiot? I just wanted to see what was so important that we have to risk many others that may have survived the dragon attack to come here on a dead place.
What the fuck are you even on right now, dude? You're retarded!
Sorry, I took some
What
of
are
the
you
ground.
talking about?
Sorry,
We're
I took
not talking about this, or this, or this! We're talking about this!
Yeah, what's the purpose of being here?
I hate you. I'm done with this conversation. I don't know why you called me over here in the first place.
Yeah, because I want to know what's going on. Why are you
Why
still here?
don't you fucking walk over and find out, jackass?
Whoa, I don't want.
I'm in trouble because
you're
I
fine,
said
fine,
something
fine.
stupid.
Fine, I will walk up and ask what's going on.
I hope he punches you in the face.
Okay,
In the meantime, I'd like to walk over to me.
I look over towards midnight and I decided I'm just gonna stay here.
Midnight, I'm sorry, you're looking at the leg. As you look at the leg, you can confirm that is Yogurt's leg. It is a pale green. You can see blood pooled near the stump where it would have separated, and it's dried in the grass. See, that grass has already grown around the leg just a little bit. Not too much, but enough.
Midnight's probably gonna go and get the leg and wrap it up because he's gonna try to find the rest of the bodies and bury it. He's just looking for more body parts.
Midnight searches around Midnight's toe gold mine for several hours. You search the whole perimeter. You found that every entrance has been destroyed or frozen. Like, whatever happened here, the dragon must have spent extensive time trying to reach whatever snacks were inside. And you come around the mountain 4 hours later.
While this is happening, I want to walk over to Scarlet and be like, damn, she's really grieving right now.
Yeah, I don't know what to do either. I mean, we could reassure her that he might not be dead. You can live with that leg, but it's not looking too good.
It's not looking great at all. I look over to Scarlet and I go, on a side note,
What's up?
think we could salvage this mine.
I don't think so.
Later.
It might be all caved in. From what I looked into, it looks like it's completely fucked. I mean, we could see if someone in town would help us refurbish the mine, because I guarantee you they get a lot of their wares from the mine, so they probably want it open just as much as we do.
Probably, yeah. It's a pity that we couldn't save any of the dwarves, though. It would have been a major contribution to the people of Phandalin.
Yes, they really would. And they seem really nice too. Sad.
Wait, who was the were-rat that we were with? Well, the guy, who was the guy?
Don
Oh,
John?
Big Al, not Big Al.
Don John,
Don John.
the asshole.
Slim Jim.
Why haven't you transformed yet?
I'm hoping the curse didn't take effect.
I'm just standing next to her. I'm like, you haven't tried to kill us at all lately.
Yeah, don't
Interesting.
jinx it.
Was he in the... Where did we last leave Don John?
I don't give a fuck. We left him in Phandalin and he fucked off. I don't want to see that dude again, to be honest.
Don't blame you. Kind of a prick. Anyway, I'd like to look around for possible herbs and plants that are useful in any kind of alchemy or medicinal property.
As you search the area, you find a couple mushrooms, some toadstools. You find a very vibrant pink flower, and I'm gonna say that you find some tree sap coming out of a tree, and so you collect that as well.
And I'd like to set up camp while we wait.
You successfully were able to collect the necessary materials and get a fire going.
I'm
You
gonna
and Scarlet are sitting there.
I'm gonna stay back for fire.
So Scarlet is actually going to be over here. You're sitting on a log. While Scarlet is kind of staying
Wait,
close
did you
enough
s-
to get a
Oh,
little
sorry.
warmth, but not.
I'm just
There.
gonna scout the perimeter and make sure nothing's coming at us.
I want to go sit by the fire. I guess I'll just take a nap.
Well, I get closer to him the tree next to Majaki to sit right there and meditate.
As midnight comes out from the opposite end of Mountain's Toe, is Bartholomew taking a nap next to the
Yes,
fire.
she-
Scarlet is going around and trying to protect the group and keeping an eye out for any enemies. Clarion is crouched down to the plank of fire in between the dwarf's legs, heating him up. And then Shadow is meditating behind a tree.
As Midnight comes back, he looks very, very lost and distraught. Kind of stumbles around, kind of sees everybody, she's Shadow, but he's just too sad to care. And he just comes over and sits by the fire, just defeated.
As you walk past Claireon, the ice around the dwarf's leg starts to crack, and it falls, and the dwarf just flops over.
Doesn't even notice. He's just too depressed.
Just here's fucking finally.
I'm gonna see Midnight come out, and I'm gonna see him sit by the fire and see how sad he looks. And I'm gonna look to the fire, look to him, look to the fire, and I'm gonna be like, okay. And then I go to comfort him despite the fire. I just give him a hug. I don't say anything. Just let him.
Midnight stares at the fire, the blank stare.
You know, it is just his leg. He might be okay.
I'm not a child. You don't have to give me false hope.
So much better than none at all.
You find another pouch with 10 gold pieces
Oh
in
yeah.
the dwarf's pants.
We just hear you celebrating the fact you found gold.
And I just want to say from over where I am, well, if he is dead, don't worry. In most cases, death is just another step in one's journey that we all must take.
Very true.
Must take where? Once you die, that's it.
Not helping, Clarion.
I want to at least find the rest of his body and bury it.
We
And
can
that's all
try.
fine. Do you want to cremate it at all?
I want to take it back to the temple. Or at least contact somebody from the temple to come retrieve the body. That's the right thing to do. That's the least I can do. I'm the one who sent him here.
It's not your fault. You didn't know. None of us knew he was going to be attacked by the dragon, so don't think it's your fault. It's clear I'm anxious because of the fire, but I'm trying to ignore it.
Ooh, it stinks. Someone's nervous. I can smell them from here.
I just look
The
over
guy
at
just
Bartholomew.
burnt.
Bird talking in his sleep. Who would have thought?
Hell, I could have came out here myself.
What do you mean?
Well,
Or at least if I came, probably would have gotten out alive.
You don't know that, though. You could have
Or
just
if I
as
did
easily
die, at
been
least they
trapped
wouldn't
in
have
there.
died.
The best we can do is just continue on with our quests and kill this dragon as soon as possible before it can hurt anymore.
I want to roll on my back and have my foot just in the air. And I want it to kick as I say, can we eat the leg?
Alright, we'll head out in the morning. I would like to send a letter.
The paper.
Maybe at Fandolin we'll find. Or where are we going next after this? I forgot. I totally spaced out.
oh, to the city
All I
of,
knew was that we needed to get here.
We're supposed to be heading to a southwest here.
It's a neighbor of Fandolin that was supposedly attacked by the dragon, and we're supposed to go help them to see if there's any survivors and get them out to the stronghold as well. So
Yes, Low Lane or Low Lawn.
Lowland?
Maybe I'll see if
Lowland.
somebody can deliver my letter there.
I'd like to have my twiggling piece on the dead body I just roasted.
Oh, yeah.
It hops off your shoulder and runs over to the corpse and just.
Don't let him anywhere near Yogurt.
As the other two are running toward the one that ran in, the creature bites into it really hard, stops, and he kind of just looks back at you, sad. I am Groot. The blood is frozen.
Oh.
Oh,
Make a stew.
How about as a popsicle?
you could just drag the body closer to the campfire and then let it.
I'll do that. I'll just drag the body closer to the campfire to warm it up.
It smells like rotten meat.
Clarion drags the body over to the fire and heat up the body, and as you wait for the body to heat up, Midnight throws rotten flesh toward the Groots, and they all try to.
No.
They suck out whatever juice is left from the rotten flesh, but it's not enough to sustain them, so they just drop the meat and sit by the fire and wait. Although they do eye the fire, and then eye the bird. After a little bit, the Groots all decide to run up to the dwarf body and start feasting upon it. It is not the freshest blood, but they are hungry.
I patrolled earlier, so I'm gonna go to sleep.
So I'll do the first part and then I'll be up towards the end.
As you keep watch, you feel a friendly presence around you. As you look around, you don't see who it could be, but you don't feel threatened. As you begin to look towards the trees, you see the leaves move in a very weird way, and you can see a frog's face form out of the leaves. Revenge is not the monk way. And the leaves kind of separate, and you feel the friendly presence as if it is left.
Slowly, Faith is returning to Midnight, but not alive, just a little bit. Believes that he has gone to a better place, and will try to remember the not to get revenge part when he's slaughtering the dragon later.
As you wrap up your watch, the moon is high in the sky. It is very early in the morning. You can still see the stars. Everyone begins to awaken. Your full rest has ended.
Morning, sleep talker.
I just get up with bedhead and I'm like, I thought you were of the Raven, Gino.
You're right. You probably stop doing that.
I'm gonna eat one of my rations.
Let me try that again. Is that
And he
better?
does. Can he do that in my face and you just see my hair go back as he yells in my face? But my facial expression is still like that morning squint I wake
I
up.
have so much air puffing out of my fucking beak that his like face wobbles at each time I do it.
As after that's over, I'm just like, has anyone ever told you you're really annoying a bit?
I'm just gonna go and get the horse
Onward
ready
to
to go.
Lowland.
Clarion, you see, because you're the one who lifted the sword first and had the vision, you see that you guys are very close to the mountain range where Spire Hold is.
As I get up to say onward to, as I'm looking up, I see the mountain above me. I'm like, oh, guys,
What?
Call.
it has just occurred to me that ever since we received the sword, I never told anyone where the dragon was located exactly.
So?
So we're all keeping secrets.
This one was like an involuntary secret that was kept. It's more like I just forgot to tell everyone. I'm still looking up. I'm talking while looking up. So when I grabbed the sword in the cave, it kind of
I want to
showed me exactly where the
slowly
dragon-
peek my head into view of his eyesight.
And I'm gonna look up to where he's looking.
Clarion, what are you looking at? At this point, my whole face is just covering his face.
I raise my hand and I point at the mountain.
Through to Phandalin. McJockey says through to Phandalin.
Alright, I guess we could stop Phandalin on the way. Like,
And will somebody wake up that piece of shit over there?
I'm gonna take one of the chunks of rocks out of my pouch that I have before, and I'm gonna throw it at him.
How the fuck through that?
Who do you fucking think, bitch? Fuck up.
Oh, hey, it's
Wake
you.
up. Wake the
It's you.
fuck up.
Say
I would
politely.
prefer to leave your ass behind. Actually, I think everybody would, but you know, ethics and all that kind of stuff. It's frowned upon.
Alright.
Give me a moment.
Give you a moment. Fuck no, we're leaving, guys. If he's not ready, then he's not ready. Let's go. He's awake. My morals are intact.
I got on my horse and I ride right next to.
So as you guys are making your way back to Phandalin, McJockey is running ahead of you guys. Bartholomew is flying at top speed, kind of sending you guys in the dust, but you're not too worried about it. As you guys are racing the Aarakocra, he's flying. He's like, "Yes, I got this. I'm gonna beat you, horse." And the horse looks up to him. And
Could
as
there be a little
Bartholomew,
clip where McJockey like has to jump and he like jumps and I like fly right under him?
you're flying through the forest and dodging trees, jumping underneath the horse. And so as you reach the point where you and McJockey feel like you guys are racing to, you're like, yes! And you fly straight into the air, proud of yourself. And as you look upon the clouds, you see a familiar face in the clouds. The clouds form, and you see the face of your wife in the clouds. It looks like she winks at you, and the clouds dissipate.
Bartholomew gives up on flying. He just starts to fall.
You fall. You begin to hit the tree line. And right before you fall, McJockey, who sees you falling, he doesn't understand what's happening, but he really wants to help you. He jumps up toward you, and he wraps his skeletal figure around you, and he kind of like shoots you forward. So you guys are falling forward in momentum, and you're rolling across the dirt, taking 19 damage. But when you arise, you now have a suit of armor made of bone. You guys see him fall out of the fucking sky.
Oh shit, guys, we should probably catch up. That looked like it was bad.
As you guys roll up to the scene, you just see a cloud of dust from where he landed.
I look around worried. Bartholomew, are you okay?
As you say that, you see the silhouette of a bird in like an Iron Man position slowly stand up, and as he stands up, the dust dissipates, and you see, while he's wearing the dread helm, and you see his red glowing eyes, you see the skeletal bones of Smooth McJockey wrap around him.
I'm just wide-eyed and open-mouthed in amazement.
So he was fine.
My character just is still going at its regular pace, walking past the group. Knew it.
I need to jog my memory. Remember what you told me to look for.
From your knowledge, because as a king and your local blacksmith, you knew that this weapon you wanted to create, you knew it was possible. It didn't seem outside the realm of possibility. But because of where your current standing is, you know you can't talk to them, so you're trying to think, where could I find someone who could do this? And you remember early on in your travels, what Pikareep told you is that if you ever want to find somebody, you start at the local water hole.
I want to go to the innkeep then.
As you go to the innkeep, you hear a loud roar coming from the northeast. As everyone begins to look up, you hear somebody scream, "Dragon!" And they shoot an arrow.
No! You fucking idiots!
You hear a roar again, and as you see something block out the sun,
Mommy.
something falls. In front of you falls a familiar monstrous body. The manticore which you made a deal with lies dead in front of you, and you see the white mass of the dragon fly back southeast, back toward the mountains.
Oh wait, Midnight pulls out the whistle to blow it.
As you blow the whistle, a number of people start running towards you. You see a villager run out of the tavern. You see Zant hobble out of the tavern, and now everyone is looking at you guys and the dead manticore. But a third traveler comes around, a familiar one that Mia recognizes. Aragorn comes out of Barthen's provisions.
Okay, so everybody comes out and looks at Midnight, who had just blown the whistle. Points at Shadow.
Aragorn readies a knife, and you see presumably the villager who shot the dragon. He takes an arrow from his quiver and puts it in his bow.
No hard feelings, right, Shadow? You gotta take one for the team.
Both Aragorn and the villager are looking at each other, confused on what to do.
First of all, why would I you? You're fugly as not really my type.
You see a couple of the women villagers kind of hide behind the man with the bow, but Aragorn and the bowman can tell that you're obviously lying, but for whatever reason, they're not sure. They will remember that.
Anybody here know how to build weapons?
Aragorn kind of looks at the core body and kind of taps it with his foot. He looks back at you. He's like, I might know a few people, but they are far from here.
Do you know anybody here?
I was like, I've traveled to this town for many years, and there's never been a blacksmith.
Well, I already knew that. I knew there was no blacksmith.
You asked.
Help. Anybody with magical properties?
And all the villagers kind of look at each other.
The
Bowman's
only
like,
person who has
no,
magic-
I know no one with magical properties. At least not around here, anyway.
Does anybody know anything?
I know nothing.
I know that you're not going to be able to get much help here.
One of the villagers, he kind of pipes up. He's like, oh, listen, all of us are just a bunch of humble farmers. We've come back to this town to rebuild it from generations ago, and now we're currently rebuilding it again. We're trying to become prosperous, but we're not big enough for a blacksmith or an enchanter to move in.
Maybe the next town we go to will have one.
Silence you.
Hey.
Actually, yeah, where's the closest blacksmith you know of?
You might have luck in Neverwinter.
Other than Neverwinter!
No, I'm sorry. That's the only one I can think of. There's a small town south of here that was just attacked by the dragon, but I've been there before, and I don't believe there's a blacksmith.
Bartholomew wants to storm off and not tell anyone. Take me to my bedroom. I want to go in my room. I want to set down the bone, the sword, and the axe, and then I'm gonna end my turn.
After Bartholomew storms off, I walk up to the manticore, and I go, is anyone here named Aragorn, a friend of Barth?
The man with the daggers puts it away. Yeah, you can see he has some scruff and black matted hair. I am.
Hi, I hold out my hand for a handshake. I'm Claireon. Claireon von Kaiser Lefay.
Whoa,
He takes
that's
your
a cool
hand.
name.
He's like,
Yep.
Nice to meet you. Why are you looking for me?
I was told that you are a renowned healer.
I don't know about healer, but I know I can survive.
I have a friend staying here in Phandalin. His name is Xanth, the centaur. I heard that you performed great works on another horse that we actually have in our company. Our friend Xanth is seriously injured. One of his legs was seriously damaged in a fight, and we were wondering if you could take a look at it.
I can.
Awesome. And I'm willing to pay for your troubles for this too. One of our friends was attacked by some creatures in a cave, some were-rats. I'm not sure how much you know about curses or anything, but we're wondering if you could take a look at that too.
I don't know much about lycanthropy and what can be done to reverse it, but I do know that there is a spell. It is very hard to learn, and it is very rare, and I believe it can only be performed under very, very specific circumstances, which I do not recall, but The wish spell, I believe, could heal lycanthropy. There
Just
could be other ways. I'm not sure what they are.
You just hear my character do a deep sigh.
He looks at you and he says, I see your pain, and that may not be the answer you're looking for, and there's probably not a good way to heal and reverse lycanthropy. But just so you know, I've met several rare people, and I know that if your friend works really hard, she will be able to control her transformation. It'll be very hard in the beginning, but through time and effort, your friend can do this.
Understood.
Hi, I'm the friend. So, how does a spell work?
A wish spell, if a user casts it, you can get whatever you want. It's exactly what it sounds like.
But don't they have, like, dastardly consequences to the one that makes a wish?
Yeah, well, G's are a little bit different. You don't want to mess with the wrong phrasing of a single request can get you killed.
Yeah, I figured.
Whereas the wish spell itself is wish magic is the pinnacle of magic that all magic aspire to achieve. Problem is, no one's ever really, not in this age, to my current knowledge, has anyone ever been able to successfully use a wish spell and record it.
Well, he did say I could be able to control it, and maybe I just have to work at it.
That's our best solution right now at the moment. Anyway, I turn back to Aragorn and I'm like, anyway, if you could take a look at our friend Xanth, we would appreciate and be very grateful.
I can take a look at it. You said you have the coin?
Yeah, how much do you... Well, let's see what you can do after and see what the price is.
Kind of eyes at you a little bit, calculating. He says, well, all right. And so he goes, he says, where's your centaur friend?
He should be, last I checked, he was in the tavern.
As you guys go and look at the tavern, you see that Xanth is standing there, crossed arms, staring at the scene. You guys go up to Xanth. So you have returned. Did you find your friend?
No, sadly. It appears that he was most likely taken by the dragon during attack.
He takes his hand and puts it over his heart and bows. He says, I am sorry.
No, he was not even my friend, really. More like an annoying acquaintance. My friend here, Aragorn, my acquaintance here, Aragorn, he's actually going to take a look at your leg, see what he can do. He's a renowned worker of medicinal art and stuff.
I see. Alright, well then, come with me back into the tavern. They have given me a spot to rest.
You guys go ahead and do that. Let me know how that goes. I'm gonna be over here stripping the manticore for pieces.
Claireon, just fuck already. I swear.
My character gets a little flustered. I'm just like, gah! And I just walk away towards the manticore.
As you are making your way to the manticore, I am going to say that it is now the next person's turn. Scarlet, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go into Barthen's Provisions because I have stuff to sell.
Can I follow her? Because I want to be over there anyway.
I follow as well.
Okay, you are going to follow as well. All three of you are now in Barthen's Provisions. Hello, what I can do?
Hello, Barthen. Are you interested in buying anything?
Ooh, buying? What are you selling?
I have a pouch with an eye symbol etched into them.
Eye symbol?
Yeah.
Where did you get these pouches?
I think they came from a cult member.
Oh, okay.
But there doesn't appear to be any magic in them.
Kind of takes it and he thinks about it and he looks at the studying it, puts his eye up against it. It's like, are all these pouches just full of these rocks?
Yes, sir.
He opens up another pouch and he finds something. And he's like, oh.
What?
Did you actually look through these?
Not through all of them. Why?
He pulls out a little monocle.
Can I see it?
Sure. He hands you the monocle.
I wanted to look through it.
As you look through it, you can see what looks to be a hand kind of covering, as if a hand was covering your eye. You kind of see cracks through it. And you're looking straight up at a ceiling and what appears to be Barthen's nose.
I slowly take it away from my eye.
As you take it away from your eye, you do see that Barthen's looking at you and his hands is covering one of the rocks. What is it?
Here, look through it and look at the rocks with us. I hand it back to him.
He looks at it. He's like, oh! He picks up the rock and kind of like points the eyeball at you. He puts it back on the desk and he's like, I will give you. And he pulls out a huge ass pouch of gold. Here, I think I have about. And he kind of opens it up and he's looking through it. I think I have about 2,000 gold pieces right here for it.
Hold on. I take one of the rocks. I walk to the other side of the room, set it in the corner, and then walk to the other side of the room, and then look through the monocle again.
As you look through the monocle, you can see the room from the vantage point of where you put the rock. You can see just about the entire room other than the view being slightly obstructed by the whatever object you put it next to.
I think I'm gonna keep these. They could be useful if we're like stuck in a dungeon or something. We could toss one in and then look in.
He takes his hand, scoops up some gold, and lets it fall through his fingers back in the thing, and you hear the little clink as each coin falls in. He's like,
I'm sorry, I feel like if you're wanting that price for it and for what they do, this could be useful to us in the future.
okay. And he kind of takes the pouch and he slowly ties it up and puts it underneath the counter.
I
Sorry
guess
about
I'm
that.
done.
During the whole negotiation, I pickpocket and stole the whistle from midnight.
He takes the whistle.
I destroy it.
Now we
I
need to-
walk out, I throw it to the ground, I stump it and crunched it, and I just walk away. I go inside the
cat?
tavern.
As you walk by the mess of the manticore, you can see Claireon with a knife kind of going at the body. And you go into the tavern. You see the centaur kind of crouched and laying down over here while Aragorn's working with his legs. You see the two kids playing at the table. You see his wife at the bar kind of cleaning it. Concerned, talking with one of the locals.
I pretend I'm minding my own business, but I'm trying to listen in.
You go up to the counter on a very stealthily. She's so engrossed in this conversation with this villager, and you overhear the conversation. What happened next? Well, luckily we were able to get everyone back inside, and we were able to fend off the dragon, but it came and attacked us at Axholm. Unfortunately, a couple people were killed, but we were able to keep the women there and children there safe.
Oh my goodness, so even Axholm isn't safe?
No, I assure you it still is. It's just, unfortunately, it was through the line of duty. If it weren't for Axholm, and their casualties would have been much higher.
Oh my goodness. I don't know whether it's safer to be here or to get to Axholm. The travel to Axholm sounds like a risk.
It very much is. If you like, I can help escort you.
No, I have to stay here. Somebody has to feed the people.
I understand. She gets him another tankard of alcohol, and he drinks it.
Well, after hearing this information, I go back out and Fort Scarlet.
Bartholomew.
I'm in my room. I'm ready to perform the ritual to summon my ancient god.
As you meditate, you open your eyes, you enter a room with giant pillars. You are as if you're in a giant cathedral. The stone is white as snow, and you can see out the windows a bright blue sky. From the ceiling, you see storm clouds, and through the storm clouds falls and lands in front of you a giant robed creature with angelic wings behind it, with a mass of a large circle, and with the face of a stylistic skull. One eye glows with a bright blue hue, and the other an orange hue. And he stands there and he looks down upon you. Why have you summoned me?
I need to create a weapon to fight off the dragon of Ice Fire Peak.
What have you brought to build such a weapon?
My trusty sword, axe, and this electric tusk thing.
He looks at what you've brought at him and he goes, I can work with this. But you know, if I create this for you, your soul will be mine, and that you will be doing my bidding even after your death.
As if I wasn't already?
Chuckles. I guess so. Alright. And so you see each item float in the air. The dragon sword, the battle axe, the tusks, and you see it all slam into each other. And with the giant bright light comes down a weapon. On one end, a battle axe carved out of the bone of the boar, surging with electricity. You see a Aarakocra adorned into the axe blades, into the axe head. The shaft, a bright white color, and at the opposite end, what you recognize as the blade of the Dragon Slayer's sword, and it floats down to you and floats in front of you.
Wow, I like the bird.
At the moment of your death, your soul will be infused with this weapon, and it will continue to serve a purpose. My purpose.
I am your weapon then.
Take it, and know that I will come and claim you.
I plan on it.
As you say that, quickly the cathedral fades away, and all that stands is you, the weapon, and your god in black. As you fall through the floor, and as you fall through the floor, you snap back into reality, and in your hands, as you sit and meditate, is your new weapon.
What the fuck's that? Hey, I have a new weapon. That really worked. All I had to do was sew my soul again.
Claireon, it is now your turn. You are trying to skin the manticore.
I'm trying to salvage anything I can of it of value. For example, its venom sac.
You obtain his venom sac, and you pulled that out as Shadow was walking toward the tavern earlier.
We're going to try and take its teeth.
You are able to succeed in getting its 2 large canine teeth.
I'm going to go over to Barth.
Scarlet and Midnight are still there. Midnight is kind of packing up her stuff. You see Scarlet playing with the monocle.
Lovely.
And
I'd
one
like
of
to
the
walk up
stones.
to Scarlet and be like, how have things been going?
Pretty good. These things that I have are kind of cool, actually. I also wanted to see if I could use them to maybe teleport.
What items are you talking
Whoa.
about?
You remember the pouch of rocks with eyes on them that I got?
Yeah, in the
Well-
forest?
Yeah. Well, it turns out that there was a monocle with them, and they actually could let me see wherever I placed a rock from.
You have 6 stones that have eyes etched into them.
And they must be important, because he was willing to pay 2,000 gold for them.
Let's walk up to Barth. Hello, Barth.
Now, how can I help my best customer?
Oh, you flatter, sir. And I winked at him. Are you familiar with the legend of Lady Alagondar?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Well, during my adventures with my group, I happened to stumble upon her sacred tomb buried beneath where she slayed the great dragon.
Ooh, what'd you find?
Fun fact, it was made inside the dragon.
That's fantastic. Ooh, that's great. What'd you find?
I have here the skull of Lady Alagondar.
Oh.
This here is the skull of one of its smaller dragonlings that she slayed right before.
He's like, I don't remember the tale talking about dragonlings. Did you have to fight undead dragonlings?
No, it appears that Lady Alagondar did slay her hive of dragons, most likely.
Well, I don't know much about dragons, but I'll take your word for it. But this is a dragon skull.
Yes, it is a genuine dragon skull.
It's more like a wyvern skull to me, but it's still a very rare beast. How about 500 gold pieces?
700.
600.
650.
625.
We'll take it.
All right. And he kind of pulls out this giant pouch of gold and starts pulling out 625 gold pieces, and he hands them to you on the counter.
Consider my wares I just sold you future investment for your future prosperity.
I see. Yeah. Well, don't sell that to anybody else now. Well,
I'll keep you in mind, Barthen. Ta-ta. As I walk away, I wink at him. And as I as I open the door and go to close it, be safe now. And I blow him a kiss and close the door behind me.
he looks at Scarlet at Midnight. He's like, he does know I don't roll that way, right?
I don't think he cares.
It's too late, man. I've shipped you with my gay wizard partner.
I would like to check on Xanth and Aragon.
Claireon is heading towards the tavern, so Scarlet and Midnight, what would you like to do?
I want to see if I can use the eyes to actually teleport to what they're looking at.
You want to experiment with this?
Yes.
Alright, so you want me to go somewhere with one of these eyes and do something? And see
Well,
if you
not
saw it?
too far, just in case, but a ways away.
Alright.
So I hand her one of the rocks.
Alright, Midnight's gonna go off somewhere. He's gonna go in front of the store. Point the rock towards the store so he can kind of see it. And he's just gonna wait and see what happens.
I then look through the monocle.
Okay, as you look through the monocle, you can see the stone from Midnight's hand. Midnight, how are you holding the stone?
I'm holding it where the eye is facing towards the store, so she can see the whole front of the store.
I kind of want to envision myself stepping through the monocle into the stone and to Lion Coster.
So you try to imagine yourself stepping through it. You open your eye to look through the monocle, and you're still looking at the shop. You're still standing in front of Barthen's.
So they can't teleport us? I'm gonna go pick up the stones and then end my turn.
Midnight sees her come back and is like, oh, didn't work?
No.
When I come out, Scarlet.
What?
Dude, I've been looking for you. Where you been?
Here in town. What do you need?
What's that?
Nothing.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, the Axholm have been attacked by the dragon.
When was this?
Apparently during our travels out to give Midnight some closure. They were managed to fend off the dragon, but the people who fought in the line of fire did not get out.
Is Axholm still intact?
As far as I know, yes, but it's still not safe.
Great. It was supposed to withstand dragon attacks, and this would have been a good thing to tell everyone, not just me.
First of all, you're the most logical one in this group, okay?
I am?
And the group will most likely listen to you because apparently all of them think I'm a racist. So
You are.
shut the fuck up. And
Well, they don't think, they know.
Let him finish.
Sorry, continue.
So yeah, I'm telling you all this because I think you are right. We should probably go attack that dragon right now, because it seems to be more frequent attacks of the dragon. Also, by the way, what are those rocks? Anyways, they look really beautiful.
I think they're basically just spy glasses.
Spy glasses? Like, how does it work? How does it work?
I look through the monocle with one of them or all of them placed at a certain area, and then I can see through them without being in that room.
That'd be perfect, because like if we have to like look around the room without being in there, we could just roll those suckers in and look through the monocle and get a good view on the whole room without being in there.
Trust me, I already thought of that. Should we go get the others now?
Scarlet, since I couldn't get myself a tree creature, can I have one of those things that might be really useful?
Everyone's gonna get
what's
one.
going
Let's
on
go meet
with
up
yourself?
with Bartholomew and Claireon, give them their stone, and then try to persuade them to fight dragon.
Alright, let's go.
I'm highly against fighting the dragon, but I will go wherever Scarlet goes.
Good.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're a simp then.
Shut the fuck up, racist. Anyway,
Alright, so before everyone gets there, Clarion gets to the tavern first as Bartholomew walks down the stairs with his new weapon, which has yet to have a name. Bartholomew and Clarion both walk downstairs and into the tavern at the same time.
Well, look at what you got there, buddy. Where'd you get that beauty?
Your mother. Now let's go.
Hold on, I want to check on Xanth real quick and Aragorn.
Can I grab him by the neck?
Clarion tries to dodge out of the way and duck underneath his claw, but Bartholomew bops you with his wings, kind of stunning you, and pushes you back in front of him, and he grabs you by the shirt and pulls you up.
Unhand rapscallion!
Make it quick. 2 minutes.
Yes, agreed. Okay, can you walk over to the left a little?
Is that the table you're trying to...
No, I just need you to carry me over to Xanth.
I want to throw him into the table, but I want his legs to be sticking up where his head should be. He's upside down in the chair.
His body bends in a way where his toes tap the tabletop and go back to up in the air. Aragorn kind of looks at you, and he looks under the table. He's like, "You alright?"
And then I wish to walk out and let Josh have his moment.
They just see me fall into the chair in that position. I'm like, good day. Ow.
Hello, are you alright?
I think so. I can't feel my sciatica. So, how goes the remedy?
Seth looks, he's like, it is going good. I still won't be able to run at full stride, but it's a lot less pain. Hopefully soon we'll be able to stand on it.
Lovely. Aragorn, how's the process looking? Fruitful, I hope?
He's looking good. We just got to bandage it up a little bit more, and I'll have to journey over to Netherwinter and pick up some ointment, specifically for this kind of thing. I know a elf alchemist over there that can create something to help him, so I will be setting off in the morning.
If only my species was capable of making alchemy that didn't kill someone within 2 minutes.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Drow humor. What do you think the assumed cost for everything would be?
Let me go and get the ointment, and I'll tell you how much that ointment cost, and we'll just call it there.
Hey, I can agree upon that. Xanth, my best of wishes for your quick and speedy recovery.
And he hand and puts it over his chest and bows. Thank you. As Xanth thanks him, and before Bartholomew walks out the door, the three of you enter the tavern.
Hello.
Timely. Are we ready to get a move on?
Yes, actually. But
Can someone help me up?
why is
Midnight goes to
Clarion
help him
upside
out.
down?
Because I'm a perfect shot.
I'll go help him.
Good shot.
Midnight already said he was going.
I have something to give everyone. It's one of these stones with the eye on it.
I ripped the stone out of her hand. Cool. Pretty. Nice.
Well, fine then.
I just hold on. I just put it back in.
What should we call them?
I call
Owls?
them witch's glass. They allow me to see you.
I'll put it as witches seeing stone.
Now you can spy on me when I'm cute.
I'll make sure to take it with me to the bathroom.
Good to know. So, yeah, there's all your guys' stones. And Shadow brought up a good point, and I was thinking about this earlier. The more
Shadow
time...
and good points doesn't exist.
Yeah, usually not, but this one I agree with, because he told me that Axholm was just attacked and that a lot of people were killed defending it. And the
That's what
longer
happens
we...
when an attack happens.
Well, yes, but the longer we wait to go after this, the more and more and more are gonna keep coming back and is alive to save in the first.
These people will be fine. They've been fine before.
We've lost a lot already,
Yeah,
and we've told them we'd help them.
We are helping in a lot of ways.
Yes,
Okay,
I
no.
know.
Yeah, but this whole prepping, this whole
I want to
prep
raise
time,
my lightning axe towards Shadow.
this
Okay.
whole
Shut
prep,
up.
the whole prep time,
Shut your mouth.
more and more people are
I
dying.
want to smack him.
Can I dodge?
As Bartholomew goes to whack him with the side of his axe, Shadow backs off a little bit. And as the axe passes by, the point on the battle axe shaves off a little bit his
Or-
mustache. A couple lightning bolts kind of burn at his beard.
What was that jolt?
Where did you get that,
anyway.
Bartholomew?
Don't ask questions.
Point being is,
Open your mouth again, I'll swing again.
we need to start
Open your mouth
attacking
again, and
the
I'll swing
dragon.
again.
Don't tempt him, Shadow. Just let it be.
What are we gonna do? The longer we win, more innocent people die.
Let them die.
Well, we did tell them all we protect.
Everyone in the room is now looking at you as you say that.
Now we have two idiots
Ugh.
saying stuff they shouldn't be.
I yell out. He's referring to the orcs.
Everyone kind of turns around and goes back to what they were doing.
Please be more careful in what you say in public, please. I just sit there waving my fan in my face.
Fine. How about this? You three idiots can go die to the dragon. Clarion and I are gonna go to the other town like we're supposed to.
What's the point of going to the other town? It's already been like what, two days?
Are you ready to
Follow
move,
them. We'll
Clarion?
get to the dragon when we get to the dragon.
I am.
Get on your horse. We move now.
Fine, I guess we'll go with him because he is our strongest.
You're welcome to join,
Think
or
of it-
you can go fight the dragon by
Think of
yourself.
it this way, everyone. If we can get to the city of Leyland, we might be able to find some more tools to further help us in killing the dragon.
You mastered all the spells?
No, I'm currently in the process.
No was
of
the only answer I needed.
No.
There's your answer.
Does James seem a bit more aggressive to you?
A little, yeah.
A little, yeah, but I think he's just PMSing.
He chucked you across the room.
That's not important. I
Are
asked
you
him.
sure?
You
You
sure about
asked
that?
him to.
Roll with it! Eventually, I'll be able to burn you all alive.
And that's what we're waiting for. So, Clarion, if you could speed that process up.
I believe I may have further resources to help me in my studies in Leyland.
Okay,
Alright.
then let's go to Leyland.
Oh, we are gonna go. Like I said we were. Little
So-
lady, please don't question my
Gondola?
authority, or we'll have to settle this in private.
What if I wanted to take you up on that offer?
Oh!
Did I render the bird
just-
speechless?
You just hear my fan go like,
I just flick my hair and start walking to my horse.
Damn!
Midnight's going with.
say
Midnight.
I lean into Bartholomew, waving my fan like, drama palpable here.
Clarion,
Yes,
you like living, yes?
I will go get my horse.
Clarion walks out of the building.
Bartholomew walks up.
And as Bartholomew walks out the building, that is where we are going to end it for tonight.